So for me, whenever I see it at her retail success, it's really overwhelming and it encourages me to go more and more and retail more and more. And thank you for all the nuggets. Whenever you come to the stage, whatever nuggets you give, thank you for everything. Very excited to learn from you, Faria. With this, help me welcome Afan and Faria.
Okay, so let me start my timer. Alright. Alright, we started, guys. Welcome to the Pase meeting. We're excited about, being on the agenda tonight. Talking about phenomenal topics here, it's called My Health. Okay, not my health, but all of our health. Okay, we have, like Priyanka was mentioning, Amway is, a powerhouse in itself. Okay, has a bunch of core line products which are number one in the category. One of the, line of products that they have is called My Health, which a company supported by Nutrilite. Okay, Nutrilite is an 80-year-old company, organic, certified organic farms, the whole 9 yards. Okay, they are number one since last 80 years. The second and third don't even come close to 1/3 of them. Okay, so they are the best. Okay, look, there's no competition in the market for them. Okay, we'll talk about some of the products. So we obviously Nutrilite is in every single category of health and wellness. They're not medicines, okay? So just to clarify, they're not sickness in the industry. They are in the wellness industry. Okay, how many of you believe that prevention is better than cure, right? And when people talk to me about vitamins, and I was never taking vitamins, okay? When before the business, people start asking me about, hey, why did we need to take vitamins? I said, I eat healthy, man. Why should I take vitamins? I eat all the fruits and vegetables and all. First of all, I did not, okay, because our diet. What's our diet here? Yeah, I did take fruits and vegetables, but two of them were very dominant. Okay, potatoes and tomatoes, chips and sauce, chips and ketchup, right? So those were the. But what they're talking about is a spectrum of fruits and vegetables covering all your nutritional needs. How many of you know that fruits and the most natural source of fruits and vitamins and nutrition is the fruits and vegetables that you eat, right? Now, how many of us can say that, oh man, we eat 6 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables? Not many, right? Even if you're vegetarian, I would beg to differ. Okay, the reason is that once you eat them, even if you do eat them, okay, the way we cook them, we make sure that we kill whatever nutrition is left in them. Okay, we boil it or we fry it, and we the spices that we add, we make sure that all the nutritional value is done. Okay, but we have a phenomenal range of products called Nutrilite Men's Pack and Women's Pack. Okay, very convenient packaging. Now, for those of us who are confused as to what they should take, okay, hey, because Nutrilite has close to 200 supplements. Which one should I take? A good starting point, I would say, is the men's pack and women's pack, and that's great. Not only great for us to take, but also great for your customers to enjoy. Okay, men's pack and women's pack comes like this in very convenient packaging. Okay, you can see this packet, small packet here, and we'll pass it around. The beauty of the packaging I like is that it's a small packet that you can put in your pocket and take it with you wherever you are. Because nobody has the discipline or the willingness to carry around bottles everywhere and pull out vitamins from it. Okay, but I think how many of you can carry around a packet like this? Okay, and take it with you whenever you have after lunch or whenever you get time. You pop these in. Now, what does this contain? It's not about just taking vitamins. What does this contain? Okay, since we follow ladies first, I'm going to have Faria to start it off. Okay, she'll talk about the women's pack. These are the foundational vitamins, guys. Okay, they cover the basic nutritional needs what you need on a daily basis. Okay, so what does it contain? Here is Faria.
Hi everyone, this is super excited Faria coming at you. We are coached and mentored by Raj and Sue, and super excited to be at their home. And as Afan mentioned, that Nutrilite is one of the best products out there as multivitamins. And for the women's pack, definitely we have four. Both of the men and the women pack both have 4 vitamins, catering to individual need, because men are different for women and women needs are different from men needs. So mainly the women needs calcium more, because we do have a bone deficiency. We do have a deficiency of calcium in our bone, which later on results in osteoporosis. And definitely we have seen lot more ladies falling into as soon as they fall, or even they don't fall, they just have a bend of a knee or something, they do have a fracture or even a hairline fracture, they will get it. That's the reason they have catered. The packet contains daily vitamin that everybody should take it. We do have balanced omega health that most of the people know as fish oil or omega 3 that is there. Then we have hair, skin and nail. So basically, and then we have Calmac D. Why men do have definitely daily vitamin and ocean essentials because they or balanced health omega, because that is one thing that both of us need that in that way. It has EPA and DHA that is good for your brain, and daily vitamin definitely has 24 essential minerals and vitamins. That is there. I will definitely pass on the details to you. But more importantly, as a lady, we always think how many of the ladies have you seen? They are always talking about either their skin or the hair.
It's true.
Or if nothing else, then they'll, why your nails are so short, why your nails are so yellow. So these are the things, that's the reason that they want to make you not only beautiful, just your body, but to take care of yourself as a woman, as a lady as well. And definitely, as I mentioned, calcium, I'll show you a couple of comparisons and I'll show you what Men's Pack has. Definitely Men's Pack has a multi-keratin and vitamin C. I'll show you how most of the time we'll go out in the market and we see this bottle. When we see this bottle outside, this bottle we got it for around $9.75. So most of the time we see out there that, hey, this big bottle we are getting for this much. How many tablets does it have? It has 200 tablets, okay? Whereas this bottle has 180 tablets. But if I can compare, it says vitamin D is 600 IU, whereas Nature Made says vitamin D, it has 200 IU, international units. Calcium, if we see that they have 333 milligram, whereas this one says calcium 600 milligram. So I'm sure that if we compare the ingredients of that, we can definitely look at it. Because it's not that whatever is on the table, that is the best thing, but we have to compare what is good and what's not good. And I'll show you a couple of comparisons, how the comparison sheet. Okay. And I'll do one quick demo for vitamin C, because why do we need vitamin C? I'll show you. If this is our water, mainly water is our body, right? Water is there in our body. This is free radicals that are easily available in form of pollution, in form of stress, in form of rays, sunlight, all these things. If we see, so how our body turns out to be. But what if you are taking vitamin C? I do have a powdered vitamin C just to show you more easily how it will affect as I do it. If you are taking your vitamin C daily, that means you are taking care of your half of the problems. It won't affect you.
Wow.
And this is how it will protect your immunity system. And if your immunity system is strong, immunity system is your gateway. And vitamin C is one thing that your body cannot produce. So no matter how much we do, it cannot be produced if we are taking veggies. Vitamin C is the most soluble vitamin in the water. As soon as it touches the water, it dissolves in the water. So there is no way that we would be getting the vitamin C from our food even properly, until and unless we wash it before cutting. And most of the fruits we don't. And we are super excited. Definitely these are very convenient packaging. These are the things that we can take it on the go. We can take confusion out of our mind here, what to take, what not to take. This is one thing that is there for the balanced health. And with that, passing on back to
All right, and very cost effective, guys. Okay, $1 a day. How many of you think your health is worth $1 a day, right? Instead of putting money in a vending machine or something like that, put it in your health, okay? Because you want to make sure you make the money and enjoy it as well, right? How many of you want to enjoy the money long after you make it, right? Not just make the money and your kids enjoy it, right? Yeah. So we definitely we're very excited about men's pack, women's pack. I know there's going to be a ton of testimonies around it, but we are excited about getting a regalship done, getting big numbers, 3 legs to the BBS on next weekend, and back to Priyanka.
Wow, that's a phenomenal product demo of Fun and Faria. As always, the homework they do, like comparing with the X products, giving the printout for the cost effectiveness. Thank you for all that. And with this, I want to move on to the next range of product, which is myself range of product. Before that, let me have a question on myself range of products. Yeah, can I have 2 testimonies for my health range of products? Which Priya.
Everyone, I'm Swarup and Priya. Thank you, Karan Faria. Actually, they spoke about pretty much all the vitamins that are there in these products. In fact, they are very convenient for a lot of people. In fact, I have a lot of nurses that I work with, and for them, this is, especially being in the medical field, they know the importance of supplementation. So they actually find this very convenient. It's not only cost economic. Most of them they used to take Centrum before, and they say that once they switched to this, they said that when they were taking Centrum, they never felt like their body it was making any difference. Now when they started taking this, although it is only daily, it's not double X, but still they say that overall health they feel a benefit. And specifically to talk about men's pack, the vitamin C, like Faria was saying, uh, particularly for men, the vitamin C actually helps to for all the other vitamins to actually get dissolved and work better. That is exactly why men need vitamin C. It's not only for immunity, that is a part of it. But we had a Nutrilite seminar once, and that is what the speaker was saying, that for men, vitamin C is extremely important for the fact that it's needed to process all the other vitamins that you consume. And for women, for CalMag D, in fact, my mom, she has used all forms of calcium before we got into Nutrilite. And I think ever since she started it, she has been hooked onto it. Now she's just started her 60s, and the bones have started, they need that extra source of calcium. And ever since she started CalMag D from Nutrilite, she has not taken anything else. So that itself, it speaks a lot for it. So it's a phenomenal product. So.
Wow, thank you, Priya. Can I have the next testimony?
Hello everyone, I'm Neelima. I would like to talk about women's pack. Especially, we have one of our customers. She is almost in her late 50s. This problem we can see in pretty much most of the ladies, because after one or two deliveries, they go through so many things, and their bones get so brittle, and they get some joint pains and everything. And whenever we give in bottles form, it becomes difficult for them to carry all the bottles and have as CalMag D as one bottle and daily supplement as one bottle. But we have it's in one sachet they can actually get all the four, and that is what she excited about. She works, so whenever she want to go, she just carries one just sachet in her bag, and it becomes easy for her. And she's quite excited after using this product too. So it's quite easy for her to carry also. And that way she's excited, and it's very cost effective, and whatever that she's getting from market, and she could see the result actually. Yeah, that's what a testimony from one of our customers.
Absolutely, that's a great testimony. Thank you, Neelima. And moving on to the myself range of products, how many are excited for the question? Okay, I'll give Priya last chance.
Man, why? Sure.
Which is the best product in artistry which reduces the appearance of wrinkles by more than 50%?
Luxury.
Anti-wrinkle? No.
Luxury. No, wrinkles, yeah, luxury.
Yeah, wrinkles. Okay, I'll give clue. It uses vitamin C formula. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go with the joke. A wife tells to her husband, that she got a dream and she saw that her husband is buying her a diamond ring. And the husband says, I too got the same dream, but I saw your dad is paying the bill. Okay, then to talk about myself range of products, we have an exclusive speaker, Priya Nala. I don't have many words to talk about her. She's the best speaker to talk on this product. Whenever I meet her, the wealth of knowledge which I gain on any product, or whenever they give a demo, they go extra mile to talk something different, something new about a new product. And I learned many things from Priya. Like whenever I give something to my customer, she gives a goodie bag and she gives an extra bar or an excess to give them as a sample. So I followed the same thing with another customer of mine. Then every month, I get an order of chocolate bars for her breakfast from her. So thank you so much, Priya. With this, I would like to welcome Priya Nala to talk on myself range of products.
Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Priya, Soripan Priya. Today I'd like to talk about, like Priyanka said, myself range of products. So this is basically the artistry range. The artistry range of products deals with skincare and cosmetics. and of course, it is one of the premier beauty brands out there. It is one of the top 5 in the world. And the best thing about artistry products is most of the components in an artistry products are all organic. They come from mostly Nutrilite farms. They are not animal tested. They're all, they have human volunteers to test these products. So that itself talks a lot about the quality of these products. So the 2 products that I have today are exfoliating products. There are 2 types. One is a polishing scrub, and the other one is an intensive skincare renewing peel. So I'll start with, the polishing scrub. I'm sure, like, if you are familiar with scrubs, you've heard of walnut scrubs, or other kind of scrubs, which apricot scrubs, which are very, very rough on the skin, but they are meant to a dead skin. So this actually is made of something called jojoba beads, and or I don't know if it's yoyoba, nice chamomile and citrus flavor to it, fragrance to it. So it actually works very well, and I can do a quick demo. Any ladies to volunteer? If you're here for the first time to hear about this product, I can do a quick demo on you. Tara, thank you for coming. Let's give her a hand, guys. So I'll do it on the back of your palm, because this skin is very similar to our facial skin. So what I'll do is, we don't need a whole lot, so just put your hand like that. So I'll just take a dime size. That's actually a lot because you have a tinier hand. How does it feel? Is it hurting you? Is it rough? No, but you can feel that there's something going on, right? So you can move it in a circular motion, and when you use this on your face, actually what you can do is you can wet your face, and then once you have moved, you have actually used it, what you can do is you can wash it off, or you have something called a microfiber cloth, so you can actually do it, just a couple of minutes, like how you would wash your. So this particularly when you have like maybe a tan on your face, or you have been outdoors a lot, and you use it, you'll see a very big difference. But just without all that, you can compare both your hands, because it has taken off maybe whatever dead cells were there, and we've not even washed it off, right? And put both your hands together. You see the difference in the color? Yeah, this is so much brighter, right? So that is actually what it will actually brighten this the skin on your face, because it's taking off all the dead cells, right? You can show it like this. You can see the difference, right? This is what we use the peel on, right? Thank you, Tara. We'll do it for the other hand later. So go for chemical peels. In fact, I was reading on our website, skin, they have peeling skin. It's called a chemical peel, but you don't want your skin to peel off, right? But this is a product which is actually made with mushroom enzyme. It takes 8 minutes, and then you wash it off. While those 8 minutes it's there, what it does is it actually takes off that extra layer of whatever dead cells, or maybe pollution that's there on your skin, and also it balances the pH of your facial skin. How many of you know what the pH of water is? 7, right? And what is the pH of skin?
Depends.
No, the general average of the pH of skin is 5.5. It's more alkaline. So this actually makes your skin, once it gets exposed to free radicals outside, your skin actually changes its pH, and that's what makes it become more oily, more dry, or have those dry patches of spots. So this removes all that, and this is also something that you can use for all skin types. I can do a quick demo on someone. Any volunteers? Sure, come. So I can, I'll put it on you, on your hand, and then we'll wash it after 8 minutes, and then you can tell us how it feels, right? So yeah. So I'll take 1 pump, I'll take 2, and then all you do is you just spread it. And leave it for 8 minutes. In the market, when you say peel, you'll be like, oh, maybe it's going to help, but you'll actually see the water is just, dropping off. So, I feel like it is so much smoother. And trust me,
The fruit smell.
fruity, like we can wash it after 8 minutes. I can write it. $9 profit. And the PVBV. And the peel is, of course, a much more profitable product. This one. It is for an IBO. It is $78 profit, and your piece, well, you're only going to use it. It's less than $10 a week. For something that would recommend it to use twice a week. With that, pretty much.
Always a lot of wealth of information.
You can also use it. Washing your fishes and had this
Put
because
extra makeup on.
and yeah, that there needs an extra coating of makeup to cover all those.
To next range of products, tell me which range of okay, now a 3-year-old boy, he sees a pregnant woman and says, "Why do you look so fat?" And she says, "Because I have a baby." And like gives compliments to people very genuinely. So always sees the positive side and compliments the positive things and home range of products.
The Pase, and we are content that we take care of our health, all the work is cleaning it. Come back.
Testimonies, right? We have to give our testimony. So this way, I wanted to talk on this toilet bowl very well, like sparkling. Immediately on to that.
So we are trying to
The scale of that.
and
Bathrooms are the most in, right? Now keep it punch. Somebody is there and you'll be all set. So the person talking about the next, like use not only in kitchens, bathrooms for mopping your floors, but also they use this in going on pretty high during patients. Two different types of and everything is like very cost effective and hardly all the products comes for like 0.21 cents 0.31 cents per day and all these products together hardly contributes to $30 so after all and in the what do you call about it
any other brands will match to this price. Disinfectant cleaner,
water
with that
water
Fun.
Hi guys.
Thank you.
Really echo fun speak, especially when you come inside and out. If you are even harmful for the pests, they are actually easy on the human beings as well. I put my shoes, I just put a dash. I have one near my shoe shelf itself because it's not. A lot of times people think it is the smell coming from the sweat, right? Because and also the thing is once you spray, the smell is not coming. Whenever you go, you can avoid it, right?
Thank you, Swarup. Also have different categories. What all the Amway is partnered in? Yeah, and Vindium. Yeah, choice. Okay. And he felt so sorry, and he wrote a letter to IRS telling that here is the $150 enclosed check. $150 and the remaining he want to pay even if he's not getting sleep anymore. Every event, be it open or Pase, they come very early and Ramya very privileged to invite this line of speakers.
We are super excited. Santosh and Ramya, proudly sponsored by great friends in the business, Arvind Konduru and part of Ravi and Nilima, Murthy and Sridevi, Swarup and Priya Jan, partner stores. One is Target and one products and services, exclusive products and services. And with it's like lot of companies now. It's like they want to partner with all the companies want to partner with us, and they want to get that loyalty. They want to get that business from us. So that is the reason. In fact, companies like Apple, Microsoft, Best Buy, so many companies. If you see, so be knowing about and Toys R Us in return. So that becomes an investment. Okay. Amway, when you go to Amway.com and from that, if you go to Target, there is a link Target TV. And so to give a little bit more information about Target is so few of the items if you buy you won't get PVBV like something like baby care products, and other than that anything you buy you'll be awarded PV and BV. And one more thing is you can you can order online, either you can pick up at the store, that is free, and anything it's like so of course a lot of people know Toys R Us. It's like of course Air is brand and a lot of kids like to, big kids also, but it's like under Okay, and good thing about Toys R Us is you can actually this is something which you will get. Other than entertainment, ending up to get partnered with Amway.com and
Wow, thank you, Santosh and Ramya, for such a crisp talk, and thank you for the value addition about the to be very successful. So we have Tuesday, we have open going on, and we have our phenomenal couples, Swaroop and Priya Nalla, doing the Richardson, Texas. We have it by Mahipal and Renuka Reddy on August 13th. So let's get excited for the upcoming BBS and plug in new prospects for the. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we have today. I want to recognize the people who are attending the Pase for first time, the first timers to this Pase. If you can stand up and introduce yourself with your sponsor name. Hello.
Vikrant said, I have been referenced by Mr. Raj, and I'm right now.
That's it. Can I have someone? You can just introduce yourself.
Hello all, my name is Harikishar Guram. Right now I'm working in Tech Mahindra and I'm proudly sponsoring this.
So since last week, from last Friday to this Friday, IPOs who have added 14 new.
Hello everyone, my name is Tara Gurung, sponsored by Mr. Sorup and Priya Nalla. Yeah, that's it.
Congratulations, Tara, for your new sign-up. IBOs who have retailed some products and created some success in terms of retail.
Everyone, we are Afan and Faria. We got an order for vitamin C from a regular client.
Awesome.
Everyone, Swarup and Priya, I got an order for a case of excess from a regular customer.
Awesome.
Youth Extra Night Cream.
Awesome.
Hi everyone, we are Santosh and Ramya. We got a chance to retail one fiber.
Make $22 retail profit.
Awesome.
Order for Business of 21st Century by Robert Q.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are we are actually placed some extra credits for the series.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hi everyone, Santosh and Ramya. I ordered six credits from BSM and ordered in CDs on inviting and contacting and few mechanic CDs in BW.
Awesome.
Hi folks, we are Afan and Faria. Thanks to Raju Sunita, we ordered some lit packs and some. Sure. So we ordered, phenomenal CDs by Kutub and Farida Hashmi. They are emeralds based out of Canada. We ordered some, Robert Kiyosaki CDs. They're phenomenal addition to when introducing the concept to somebody. That adds a lot of credibility to include that CD as well, and a couple of lit packs to go along with the package.
Thank you, Hassan. IBOs who sent 2 BMP.
BMP messages, and of course we ordered quite a bit of CDs.
Awesome.
CD, Pumped in the Desert by Ron and Georgia Leeds.
Older CD, but it just came out.
I recommend everybody to order it.
Swarup and Priya, we interacted with our managers.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your success and recognitions. We are moving on to the BWW system education part. So we have the BSM streaming, SO, LSO, and CDs and books to educate ourselves to grow more and more in the business, to get right path to build our business. So before that, who is excited for the question? Okay, be it LSO or SO, anything. Can you name the latest CD which has just come out in BSM? Name the number of the CD or the name.
Kanti and Lata.
Yeah, Kanti and Lata Gala. Okay, thank you.
1824.
Yeah, 1824.
The
The three powers.
The three powers. Yeah. Okay, with this we are done, and let me call upon two speakers for CDs and two speakers for books. I request each of you to limit your speech for 2 minutes so that we have enough time for training. I can invite Tara for CD, Tara and Ravi Shankar for CD, and on books I would like to invite Neelima, Rekha. You want? CD? Okay. Hari Kiran and Tara will talk on CD, and Neelima and Mahinder on books. Okay? Okay, with this, I would like to welcome all the speakers on CDs. Tara and Harikiran, you can talk on your CDs for 2 minutes. With this, congratulations, Tara, on your new sign up. Very excited to see you growing very fast. You've been inspiration to everyone, plugging into phone team, coming to associations regularly. Thank you for all the setting the bar high. And thank you, Harikiran, for always setting the examples in attending the associations and being very naive towards your appliance. With this, I would like to welcome Tara and Harikiran to talk about CDs. Tara, can you come first?
Thank you, Priyanka. Hi, my name is Tara Gurung, sponsored by Sorup and Priya Nala. And this is the Emerald Success Story by Vijay and Kia Subramanian. I hope you have listened to it. I mean, this really gave me a lot of hope. You know, new to the business and all. Every time I go high and low, but listening to these CDs gives me a lot of hope. All these kind words, and they are all the time. Boost me up. So they talk about discipline and character and the hard work, of course, and they're doing for just to show up. So and finally, and listening to low, so that's like 14 hours. It's a lot. I mean, and now it will grow, and if you don't, it won't. So that's why I'm here attending everything. Yeah, and. So if you can succeed in one thing, you can succeed in everything. That's a really powerful phrase in it. So all you need to do is be focused, be committed, and get the job done. So and the champions do figure out and stands up, being odd one among all, and they are the one who get success. So there are a lot of power writing down goals and believing in them. So that's how I'm starting to write down my goals, and of course believing in them and trying to go up, and like looking all of you, I'm trying my best to be in your positions. So and there are so many good things she told actually. She said like just like an arrow that needs to be pulled backward to get a shot. I mean, in life, when you are dragged back with all those hurdles, obstacles, just remember it is because you are going to get a big shot and get success in life. So all you need is to hang in tight and do not quit. And obviously, life will break you down. Get down and stay there, or you wanna get up and success in your goals. So that's what I learned listening.
Hi all, good evening. And right now I want to share about a CD that I heard a few weeks ago, and I would be mentioning about the CD other at the end. And what I mostly like about the CD is like the author who I'm going to speak about is when he's about to start the business, he has nothing in hand. I mean, he's a student and he doesn't have any money to start the business. Even like $300, he doesn't have it, um, and he doesn't have any idea to grow the business. And even when Shoban showed me the plan, even I don't have any idea about how to grow the business and all. And very first time I listened to that CD, and the way he transformed himself. He has to borrow money from his friends, and sometimes he didn't even have money to pay the current bill, and eventually. By starting with one plan, and then without losing any confidence, even many people were rejecting the plans, and going on with such a confidence. And right now he was in a very high level position, but I'm not sure at which position he is right now, but he's in a really good position. And what I actually learned from that city is no matter what is your current situation, if you put your hard work and your if you put your heart and soul in the work you are doing it, you can achieve miles. And that's what I learned from his story, because um, hard work and hard work is the one if you have hard work and like for the work, you can achieve miles, and be it Amway or be it your work, and be it anything. And that's what I learned from that city. And I think it would be a great example for me, and I would try to listen to some more CDs. And that's the only CD I heard. And from now onwards, I'll set a goal for myself that I would listen to at least one CD and get motivated myself. And thank you all for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Tara and Hari. That was a phenomenal talk by both of you. On books, I would like to invite Neelima and Mahinder. To talk about Neelima, as you all know, she's my immediate upline, and a person whom I got very connected to, and who always keeps me cheerful in this business. As Ravi Shankar always says, she's a cheerleader, not only for him, for the entire team, for everybody. Thank you, Ravi and Nilma, for whatever you do, whatever you take. They take a lot to do anything for us. Thank you so much for helping us a lot. I take this opportunity to thank them for whatever they do. I can't. It's priceless. It's countless. Thank you so much. And with this, I welcome Nilima. And about Mahinder, thank you, Rekha and Mahinder, for setting great examples with your work ethic. Always plugging in prospects, coming into the phone team, the way you all very naive. Thank you for setting great examples. Many things to learn from Rekha. See the way she speaks, the way she compliments people. Personally, I learned so much from her. With this, I would like to welcome Neelima and followed by Mahinder. Thank you.
Thank you. In one of the chapters, John C. Maxwell, he narrates a story. It's like several years ago, in the San Francisco Bay Area, actually, a principal, what he does a survey. He actually picks up top 90 students, like high IQ students, and he also picks up three the finest teachers in that area. And he says, for all the teachers that he picked up, the finest teachers, you have to increase the performance of this 90 students who are very intelligent students. We have to focus on them, and let's see the performance of those 90 students in the upcoming maybe the term in term exams. So at the end of the year, the principal could actually see the difference of all the 90 students improved their performance like 20 to 30% than the rest of the students in the area. So and then finally the principal says he didn't actually pick the 90 high Q students. They're just ordinary students that he picked. And even he also says the second thing that the teachers are also not that the finest teachers. They've just picked up from the hat, like they are the top three in chits. They have picked up the first three chits that these teachers showed up. So these are the not the or the finest, or the selection has been done random. Nobody is unique, and without any the finest features and that they could actually perform better. So, but the results turn up in a good way. The motto of this chapter that he says, your attitude determines how you approach the journey. It doesn't matter, just they believed in a positive way that they could actually do better. Because they have picked up, so they actually gave their best to show the results. So in that way, that what I learned is, when going with a positive mindset, having that positive attitude towards whatever we are working, will definitely show up. Whether the situations might be negative, but if we have the positive attitude in our mindset, we'll end up in getting the results in a positive way. With that, I'm done and goals are clear. Bringing two new IBOs to BBS is absolutely done deal. And with that, back to next speaker.
Hello everyone, this is Mahinder and Rika, proudly sponsored in the business by Dr. Satya and Sofna, and coached and mentored by none other than Sapphire's Moving Emerald, Swarup and Priyanala. First of all, thanks to Priyanka for hosting such a wonderful hosting today, and the way she invited all the people was really great. And today I would like to talk about the 60-second leadership, which is the last month SO book. And this book I personally liked very much because if you look at it, it's so simple but so powerful. And each of the chapters, like it's hardly like 1 or 2 pages, but a lot of content in that you can take it away. And today I would like to, in the interest of time, I would like to talk about one chapter which was very touching to me, and which is takers, traders, and investors. Like the author segregates people or categorizes people in 3 different categories. One is the taker. These are the people like who basically come, learn something, and they don't, maybe you can't expect anything from them in the return. So these are the people like we all fall into, like we all associate to this association, and we are learning, we are taking away something from this, and we can all say that we are takers at one point of time. And the next category is called traders. Traders are people like who do things conditionally, right? They invest in you, they show interest in you, but they expect in return something. And we can see a lot of people in this real world right now. And we definitely don't want to be in that category. And next kind of speakers is that the investors. And the best example what I can give here is none other than our upline leaders, Swarup and Priya, Raj and Sue here. Like these are the people who invest their time, their effort, their love, their relationship in all the people, and which is unconditional, right? And this is what the author says. We all are trying to be part of that group as well by investing in others. And also author talks about like how you invest. You need to invest first in yourself, right? And that's what we are all doing. We are reading books, all positive thinking. We are associating to this association, and being learning ourselves, building ourselves, and also building in relation. And you all start your relation with your home, right? With your wife and with your kids. Invest in your kids, invest in your wife. Have a good relationship with them, and invest in the society, to be a part of a good society. And with that, with the interest of time, I would only share this chapter, but it's very powerful. I personally recommend all of you to go through this. And with that, our goals are pretty clear. Having 3 sustainable legs by FED, and plugging in at least a couple of people to the BBS. And with that, back to the host. Woo!
Thank you, Neelima. Thank you, Mahinder, for the awesome talk on books. With this, we come to the main part of the PACE, our training. Before that, I will ask one final question. After having so much of training on the products, can you tell me a product in Amway, either artistry or my home or any range of product, which has some harsh material, or it is harsh? It is one of the product in Amway or artistry in line of products which has harsh material. Okay, it has harsh. I'm asking something which has harsh material. Okay, forget about I cook knives. I didn't expect that answer. The answer is nothing. None of the products in Amway they are harsh or they have harsh material. So the answer is none. Okay, so with this, I would like to invite our phenomenal upline Swarup and Priya Nala for the training. Yeah, to talk about Swarup and Priya, yeah, they're phenomenal couple setting great personal examples, always setting their own standards, sponsoring people all the time, and training us in right way and right emphasizing on right values and things to build this business. Cannot wait to hear from them about their training and always will always be loyal to my uplines and thank you Swarup and Priya for always setting examples, for helping us, for doing what you do for all of us, showing so much of love. Thank you so much. With this, I would like to welcome Swarup and Priya Nala to train us today.
Thank you, Priyanka. Wow. Awesome, guys. Wow. First time doing a hosting for the Pase meeting, right, Priyanka? Awesome. Can we give one more round of applause, guys? So proud of you. So proud of you. And it was when I got started in this business, it was my dream. Actually, it was not my dream, it was my nightmare. When I will be asked to host a Pase meeting like this, just like Hari today, Raj said, why don't you go and talk on the CD? You should have seen the look on his face. I showed my first plan just like that. When Raj was supposed to show the plan and Raj asked me, why don't you show the plan? And but we all start with one single step. You'll never forget this meeting because I can promise you that. Thanks to Raj. But very, very excited. Swarup and Priya sponsored in this awesome opportunity by good friends from Detroit, Michigan, Jan and Geenal Yenduru, and guided and coached in this business by Going Diamonds, Nahari, Rajan, Sunita, Nambiar. Very excited. A lot of new faces today in our meeting. Welcome to all of you. It is Faisal, right? Sajid, sorry, and your name, sir? Vikrant. Oh, you are like a aircraft carrier, Vikrant, right? Awesome. Welcome. And I know Tara and Hari are here. This is their second, third times, but all of you are welcome. And one of the things, are you already IBOs or are you still in the process of making a decision? Still in the process of making decision. Okay, so then I cannot tell you the truth then. But kidding apart, guys, I hope all of you noticed one thing. We don't need to have a MBA degree to evaluate in any business, because all businesses, even if you open a dog food store, you still have to deal with people, right? Because dogs won't come and buy food. So this is like because the bottom line is anything. When I'll be surprised, I'm surprised by some questions my friends asked me when I showed about the business. They wanted to cover today is some of the questions you might not. I'm sure when Afan showed the plan to Sajid and Raj showed the plan to you, they might have asked you make a list of some questions so that we can answer you when we sit down. When Raj gave me the same opportunity, I did not have any questions. I was thinking that I'll feel stupid if I don't ask him any questions. So I made up some questions to ask. And so you don't have to make up any questions, but the one thing you can be assured, you might not have too many questions, but once you share this opportunity to your friends, they will ask you questions which you didn't think of for the first time. Because when Raj showed me this plan, he showed me on the phone. I didn't even see a board plan like this. It's actually after starting this business for 7 months, I didn't see how Raj looks like. Everything was done on the phone, but I didn't have too many questions because once I heard him, I knew that he's a person of principles, and you don't need psychology degree to find out whether the group of people are naive and decent or not, right? So Sajid, how long have you been in Dallas?
3 months.
3 months. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so welcome to Texas, I should say. Do you drive already, Sajid? Getting to drive?
No, learning.
Learning. Okay. So let's say that you are learning to drive, and suddenly you take a wrong turn and go into one kind of neighborhood which is not very nice. Okay, and you are new to Dallas. Would you know that neighborhood is not nice in your heart? Looking at, there are some signs, right? You don't need to be an expert in Dallas to know whether you're in the good neighborhood or bad neighborhood. why your heart tells you this is yahan se jaldi chalna chahiye, right? So that is what the thing is. Your internal compass will tell you. Same thing with this opportunity. The very reason you are here, I hope you got at least that good feeling. If you got a good vibe about the group of people here, because if you notice, there's a wide range of people here. Just because people are talking on soaps and shampoos, don't get fooled by it. You see Afan here, Afan and Faria. Afan actually leads an entire practice for a Fortune 50, I think Fortune 100 company. So he's a practice director. You see Raj and Sunita. Raj is actually a vice president for a capital bank here in the state. And so you see people in and you software engineers, you'll see new software engineers, you see to be software engineers, and you see mothers of future software engineers. Not mothers of future software engineers, but yeah, people, when they're treated like an insult, yeah, future business owners, okay? And you see students. So the thing is, a wide group of people are there, so there should be some method to the madness, right? And one thing I noticed, you'll never see this color of skin of people in anything which is not legal and which is not profitable. So that you should be at least, because if there is no money and it is, even if it is slightest questionable in terms of visa, because especially where I come from, South India, they say, right, visa comes almost near to God. Because if they ask you to choose temple or visa, they'll actually choose visa. So, because they say God will always understand us. Okay, but visa consulate doesn't understand, right? But you know what? Some of these questions. So first thing is, when we get you started, we always, I hope you are seeing this opportunity not as one more bucket income, right? When I say bucket income is all of us who are having a job, right? Why do I call bucket income? Because you get it in pieces, right? You work 80 hours, you get paid that paycheck. So if you don't show up, Vikrant, for 1 week, what happens?
No more job.
No, you are very honest and upfront. Okay. No, some people say no, I am full-time job, I have PTO. Okay, I say, so what happens after 2 weeks? They say, yeah, same, I'll still have my job. What after 2 months? Then suddenly that confidence reduces, right? Because sooner or later, the job will not be there. What Vikrant said. Okay. Thank you, Vikrant, for helping me with that. Okay. What do we mean by that? That means your physical presence is needed to put the hours so that you can withdraw the cash, right? So every week, this is an example which I think. Okay, that's fine. This is actually an example which I read in a book, and this is a group of. Okay, that's it. There is actually. Okay. Okay, my handwriting and drawing is a little questionable, but I hope you understand. Okay, so there's actually a village, and there is actually a mountain near the mountain, and all of them didn't have a water source nearby, and the water source was actually on top of a hill, and people had to climb all the way, fill up the bucket, and then bring it back. So actually, you know what? A lot of people were facing this difficulty. Okay, and most of their time was spent in bringing water back. So what they did was they actually had an open bid, and actually two people. One is Mr. Bucket and Mr. Pipeline. Both of them got this, saw this golden opportunity, and you know what? Both of them started saying that, you know, village people, you do your job, you do your farming, you take care of your families, you just pay us money. We will get up in the morning, fill the buckets and bring it back to you. And slowly, some of them said, oh, we are already used to bringing buckets, we don't need your service. But some people said, oh, this is actually comfortable, convenient. They started paying them money. So what did Mr. Bucket do? He noticed that as the demand was increasing, he saw that he was actually, instead of working 8 hours, he started working 10 hours. Then started working 12 hours. Then he started asking his son to also come with him. And so the buckets kept starting. Okay, but 2 hours, he used to start digging a pipe. And so 1 year passed, 1 month passed, 2 months passed, 12 months passed. So looking at him spend 4 to 6 hours extra. And what is happening when he's building the pipeline? Is he making any money? No money. But Mr. Bucket was actually making extra money during that time. So that is what is going to happen with you also. Because not only this Amway business, any business, which you are trying to start as a parallel pipeline, you will look at your friends and say, oh, I worked overtime, I made time and a half. Oh, what were you doing? You went to the meeting, product meeting, or same toothpaste meeting you went again. You're going to get asked those questions, but be ready for it, okay? So, what happened? The thing is, 2 years passed, the pipeline started growing, okay? So, this guy, Mr. Bucket was still running. He actually had some people to carry buckets for him. But you know what? What happened after the end of 2 years is the pipeline was finished. And all Mr. Pipeline had to do was open the tap. And this is what we call as the pipeline income. Okay, I told you a story. It looks like a kid's story, which Myra can understand. But many people don't understand, because you know what? Some of them have silver buckets. They think, oh, I'm already rich. Some of them have golden buckets. I'm talking about SAP consultants. They have golden buckets, but still they don't realize that still they have a bucket. Right? Your bucket might be golden, but still you have to go and put it there to get it. Right? But what happens if you have a leg pain? Whether it is golden or whether it is a diamond bucket, nothing happens. You still have to go fetch the water from there. What happens to your pipeline? So understand this. So something when we are doing this in our non-productive time, putting this is a pipeline income. If you expect after 2 days, don't ask me what happened. You said if I build the pipeline, it will come water. After here, you build the pipeline here, half the pipeline. Will you make any money? Chances are not in this. But in this Amway business, every section you build, every month you get paid. You might not get paid like your job, but it keeps growing. So that's a big difference between this and anything else. Okay, so first thing is understand why we are doing this business. Okay, because most of the times people ask that. And next thing is, when you are by yourself, it is fantastic, like this PC, right? Like this laptop. Nothing happens to it. I am totally free to use it. But what happens to this? If I don't have internet connection, what is the real purpose of a laptop? The real purpose of a laptop is when I connect to the internet, right? But when I connect to the internet, something else also happens. Along with the useful information, you get your friends, virus, malware, right? All those things. And then you have to start having an antivirus software for you. Why? Because you network. You started to network. If you don't interact with any website, do you need antivirus? Not really. If you don't talk to anyone, if you don't have to interact with anyone, you don't need to come to these meetings and get your education done. You need this because once you start to associate, okay? And the second step is the reason you have to understand why we have all these meetings is so that you can equip yourself to the questions and also the negativity which you can face. Okay. Next thing is we talk about socializing this business to your friends. Right? I'm sure everybody asked you to make a list of your friends first. See your friends, this is like, I always give the same example. It's like you opening a restaurant. If you open a restaurant, Sajid, when you open an inauguration of the restaurant, who do you invite for your restaurant? Let's say it's only 3 months, and next month Sunday is your inauguration. Who all will you invite?
Amitabh Bachchan.
If you have money, Amitabh Bachchan, yeah, definitely. But who else will you invite? Okay, why do you invite Amitabh Bachchan?
Because he is very famous and most people very...
Right? Most people come to Amitabh Bachchan even if they are not interested in your food. Okay? Let's say that option is not there. Our means are very limited. Right? Let's say that you meet Raj, you meet Afan in a grocery store, and you say, what will you talk about your restaurant opening? Yes. If you just meet, yeah, you'll say, hey, Afan bhai, I'm opening a restaurant next month. Why don't you come? Bring your family together. Right? Oh, he's business minded. Why? Because the reason is, you never told me about your restaurant. We had Myra's birthday party. I could have done and say, Sajid, you started Amway business. I would have joined you if you told me. But now I am in somebody else's business. Right? That is the only reason. But do you think only your friends will come to your restaurant? Not really. They might contribute to a little bit, but your biggest business is going to come from unknown people. But you start off with your friends and family, right? Actually, friends and family is dangerous. They will come eat, they'll ask discount from day one, right? And family means they won't even pay. So you don't want them. See, this business has only 3 major components, right? You have products, you have people, you have the education system. That's it, right? So a lot of times people ask, Oh, what toothpaste? Actually, somebody was asking Raj few minutes back. If you ask an owner of BMW showroom, oh, you don't have Mercedes here? What kind of showroom you have? What kind of look will he give you? Right? Because some people ask you, oh, you don't have Colgate? I said, if I have to have Colgate, then why is my Walmart? Right? Same thing here. So understand that if you want to have choices, decide where you want to have choices. Choices with products or choices with lifestyle. Okay? Hari, what is your favorite car? Favorite car? Let's say Mahendra is paying for your car, which car will you?
Tesla.
Tesla. Oh man, you have a good taste. Okay, that is Priya's favorite car too. Okay, let's say that you have Ford dealership. Okay, very rich guy. You can afford 100 Teslas. What car will you be driving?
Ford.
Smart guy. give a round of applause to him. Smart, right? Every person in the world has the right to buy Tesla except Hari. Why? Because it's simple. If you don't use it, who else will use it? Right? As a matter of fact, if you go to Ford company, some of your friends got people who drive other than Ford cars, their lot is farther away. It's a cosmetic line. It's also a multi-level network marketing company, but they are only in cosmetics. They are headquartered in Dallas. Actually, when the owner of it was Mary Kay herself, she was actually getting on the elevator, and she told some other brand, some exquisite brand, and by the time she reached her desk, she already got her termination orders. Right? That is taking pride in your business. Right? It doesn't matter, and the same thing with you. Are you that passionate about your business? Okay, and everybody knows this. Okay, next thing is people. Right? A lot of times people ask, do I have to talk to new people? I don't. I am not the convincing. The food there, or he has a menu there. You order it, and whatever you order, hopefully it looks like the same thing which you ordered. In that store, he won't. Yeah, in some malls, you'll see some Chinese restaurant, orange chicken, they'll come and give you. But that too, they give you free. They don't take you along, right? But orange chicken means it's right. How much convincing did Raj do for having you come here, Vikrant? You are an adult. You make adult decisions, right? He only anybody who can convince you in, somebody else will convince you out, right? So we are looking only for self-driven people. If somebody is, if I tell you, Vikrant bhai, tomorrow morning I have an early morning job. Can you give me a call at 6 o'clock? Wake me up. Can you wake me up? If I ask you to request you, you can give me a call or something. Saturday morning you won't wake up at 6 o'clock, but you will. But if I'm acting like sleeping, can you wake me up? Nobody in the world can act. Same thing here. If you are motivated, Raj and Su can help you. Otherwise, no, Raj and Su, even like-minded people. So don't look at convincing people, okay? I think I'll just take a break and switch and give it to Priya here. She can talk.
Hi everyone. Just want to continue from what Swarup was talking. I'll tell you my experience was a little different. But my background, where I come from, my parents, my dad is a professional. When I saw the quality of people, it really attracted me to this kind of a meeting. And I remember thinking, why do we have to keep going? What to do together in common? And of course, and I saw kids in the system, and I saw that no one will do anything wrong in front of their kids, right? Even if you have to say something you don't want your child to hear, we'll only spell it out, right? So for that, when I saw that, an entire family can be involved in an opportunity, it was something different, because my mother's side of the family, they did all the work, and no one else was involved except in spending the money that was made. And even for holidays or anything, it was only like the wife, like my aunties would go with all the cousins, and one uncle will go because for protection, right? Like to save or everyone else, but someone has to stay back because you have to take care of the business. Here I saw that everybody could be involved together. You can have fun, learn, and I remember coming and I remember looking at people speaking and thinking, when will I ever be able to talk like that? And today someone has to show me a timer to keep quiet. So it'll happen. In fact, I think Tara is a great example. This is only her second PACE meeting today, and she spoke so well. And it is only because maybe she's, of course the preparation is there, but also because your mindset has changed, where you feel that I'm listening to people, other people talking, so you feel that I can do it as well. In fact, a lot of times when we are at job, talking about something that you're familiar with may be easy, but for a lot of people it's not. And once you're in a system like this, it actually builds your confidence in so many other ways. But just to talk about the products, I didn't go to college just to talk about toothpaste and bathroom cleaning products, right? But what if it is going to make a difference in my future? Because I knew that if I buy Colgate outside, it is not going to make any change in our bank balances, or it is not going to come and protect us. And of course, as a lady, I had a lot of friends. I'm like that social kind of person. On my Facebook alone, I have maybe 700 and something friends, and outside of that, I have even more. So when I saw this business, I had already heard about Amway because I saw Amway business opportunity in India, and I saw that most of the people doing it were not just about the products; it was about us using the products, and that's what I liked about it. And I saw that my concept about what Amway was so different from what it actually is. So I actually decided to get all the way from New Jersey, and I think it is a fantastic opportunity to find out more about how they like you at one point where they were like, I don't know if this is for me or not, but at least let me find out what, like I always say that, the only thing worse than, failing in something is not having tried it all, right? And her father would ask her, so what did you not do well today? What did you fail at today? So they have to talk to, was when she didn't have anything to share because she didn't fail at anything. That means you never tried, right? Because tomorrow back home, wherever your family is, and they say that, what, you are it. And at that point, what is your decision that you have to make? That way that, you make the right decision for yourself, right decision for your family, and see how you can be there on August 13th, and get your ticket to be there. It's a 3-hour event, and it is going to be totally worth it because you're going to get all the information that you probably wanted to know. He got started, and his wife was not sure for almost 2 years if she should even support him in.
Awesome. Just three closing comments, guys. Before that, we're almost on end of time. Actually, 7% of all Americans are afraid of ghosts. That is the top 10 most feared thing. Can you imagine what is number 9? Clowns. Okay. Number 8 is darkness. Okay. How many? Then flying. Then number 5 is claustrophobia. What is it? Okay. Top two is heights. Actually, they say 23% of people in America are afraid of heights. Okay. I'm blessed that I thought I was alone, but good. But you know what? Number 1 is public speaking. And as just now, as Priya mentioned, what you both did just a few minutes back, what it showed that you transcended the topmost fear in America. Actually, it's not even not just in America, in anywhere in the world. Talking to public speaking, talking in front of people, and anything more than a group of 4 people is considered public speaking. So, right? And the thing is, so these are your fears. So, and association like this is a great opportunity for you to overcome that public speaking. Try doing this in your work, in your lunchtime. I wanted to talk to all of you. That's exactly what you're going to get there. And the thing is, they won't even laugh behind you, they laugh in front of you. Netagiri karne ka aa gaya bol. Right? Sorry for people who understand. Everybody understands Hindi? Yeah, even Tara understands Hindi, okay? So the thing is, same thing here. And here is an opportunity for you to overcome, and that too free of cost. And best part is, everybody who comes here is only claps. Whatever you say, you tell your name and you tell your upline and they'll clap. Why? It's only a positive, uplifting environment, right? Sometimes I used to wonder, man, these people clap for anything, everything. Then I said, you know what? That is what motivates you to take one more step, and eventually you'll start talking like people. Some of them who came here professionally, right? As Priya was mentioning, now people have to show us time that our time is over, right? That is one of the motivations for me to look at this business. I don't know whether that is a motivation for you or not, because I used to be so scared of debate class in my school that every Wednesday, from 6th standard to 9th standard, 10th class they don't have it. But and congratulations to all of you who are here part of that. Next thing is about time. A lot of times people say, either you might think or you might have friends who might say, I don't have time, right? When you look at the time, everybody has 24 hours, right? Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, the more it will start. It's like sand in your hand. The more you try to grab it, more it will come out of your hand. So, but here, what do we talk? This is are trying to sleep. Okay, sometimes people, there's muting, then couple of 2 to 3 hours of group, 3 to 4 hours. Sajid? What do you think people do?
Watch.
It's like a full-time job, right? And this is 4 years away, right? Some people say, no, I don't. Watches at least 7 hours, and you think, oh, how I missed this notification? It came 4 weeks back, right? And your time is done. You don't know how to invest. Here is an opportunity where you can actually invest. Have a full-time job. How did you listen to the story CD which you were talking about? Mostly at some people, if your work permits, that's great. But most of the times, next thing is, so that is one thing. And building your pipeline, right? Then I am excited when I come to the meetings and listen to the CD. But when I'm not listening, I don't get the motivation. So it's like the doctor. I'm not going to tell you that. But the thing is, it's not about lack of focus. All of us are very focused, but we all suffer from fractured focus. We are focusing on something, a pipeline income of $2,000 to $3,000. Then I think that would be a solid point for you to actually. I tell people, even if you create a pipeline income of $200 a month, nobody needs to motivate you. Nobody needs to force you to focus, because if you know how to make $200, Sajid, you will figure out how to make $2,000 and $20,000, right? But a lot of people give up before reaching the 200 mark. Because because we carry the bucket mindset, we say, oh, the same 2 hours if I put in the bucket, I would have made $100, right? But here, you might not see that $100 after 2 hours of work. That's why they try to give up. So have the vision. The only thing I can say is, Raj used to always say that there are two kinds of people in the world: those who can walk by sight and those who can walk by faith. Right? What is the difference? Right? If you have to make a dog do a trick, $3,000 to $4,000, they say, no, show me the cash first. Right? It's like saying, give me the fire, then I will put the wood. It never happens that way. Right? But these are some of the things which I wanted to share with each one of you. I'm so excited to see all of you here. Do this one favor on yourself. August 13th, okay, Saturday, 6 o'clock to 9:30, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, those 4 hours. Think that there is a movie. And what was the recent movie which came? Live person, Kabali, he can see 100,000 times. Only Rajnikant is going to get rich. Because you will be 100,000 times poorer by $23, right? That's the only thing by watching, and you are actually spending your time, your gas, right, and watching the movie, right? When I say nothing against Kapali, okay, but here this couple is coming all the way from New Jersey. They have a team, put together a team of close to 250,000 people in their organization. And they are going to share their success story. They are going to talk about how they got started, how they built the business step by step, and how you can do the same thing. That one evening, you give it to yourself. And don't get started until then. If you still have any questions, because having questions in your mind and getting started is like getting ready for a walk, a 5-mile walk with a small stone in your shoes, right? Because it's painful, right? It's not never big boulders which cause you pain. It's the little stones which are in your shoe which causes you the irritation, right? Same thing here. I want you to make the decision, because once you come there, I think yes or no, both will be good decisions, because you would have got all the information and you would have made the decision to say yes or no. And ask Raj and ask Afan how you can get that ticket, because you know what? A lot of people in Dallas will have some excuse not to come, because I know of people who are actually driving 4, 5, 6 hours one way just for that event for 4 hours and driving back in the night. Why? Because they know the value of it. And many of the people in Richardson, in UT Dallas, actually it's happening in next to UT Dallas campus. Many people in UT Dallas don't know that this is happening, right? They always say, right? And with that, back to your awesome host, Priyanka.
Woo! Woo!